Hi guys, I was gonna walk and do this at the same time. This is Mike over here in Taiwan, but you know what? It's raining, so I'm actually just gonna go under here where it's not raining, where it's dry, and I'm just gonna talk about what happened. So, crazy thing that happened to me yesterday. I'm pedaling my bike across the street, across the zebra crossing, across the crosswalk, and then this guy was trying to make a left turn on his scooter. He basically almost touched the bike. So then when he touched the bike, I dropped the bike on the ground. And then I was like, hey, because the guy basically, there's no damage. Like I didn't get hurt, right? But I just dropped the bike on the ground before I got hurt. And then he sped away. And mind you, I was yelling at him in English. And then I kind of realized later when I was, talking about it, or talking with AI about like what happened or whatever. It was just really strange to me. And then I guess that there's kind of this culture gap or whatever between Asia and whatever, just because it was like I think I was just too angry, first of all, and second of all, it was if there's like too much of a confrontation or something like that, like the AI was saying, then usually like people here would just get away or run away if they can. With cars is a little bit different, right? Because you can't get away, and obviously people are going to see your license plate. But if you just speed away on your scooter, it's like you're invisible, right? And I was just really kind of mad at that point. Then I just like kind of went home, but I was like, what is the deal with this? And I was trying to kind of explore this about the culture and about why people would just like run away from some situation like that. Because for me, I would like at least like say sorry or have like some sense of responsibility. But so the things that I kind of discovered yesterday is the kind of the value. So yeah, sorry about that. So one of the first things, and my first inclination, my first instinct was to find like some camera and like see what happened or whatever, right? But so I was asking AI about that, and they basically said that first of all, any camera that's probably directed at the intersection is probably owned by like a private citizen or something, right? So I guess that police they don't focus on anything that could have been or anything, because there was no nobody was hurt. It was just that he went like really close to me or whatever. So I guess all in all, what happens is if there's like some scooter and they're just kind of like weaving through traffic and they don't really hurt anybody and they don't like do anything, even though it's like super dangerous, or if you have like cars that are just like really close to you but like nothing really happens, then it's nothing. So because there's no like there's nothing basically to repair. I had a friend of mine who was on their scooter, and then somebody opened their door, and then they fell, and then they had to like go to the hospital and do all this medical stuff and blah blah blah. So in that case, she was compensated for what happened, and there was also insurance, right? So I guess that in that situation, there's something that does happen. I mean, I'm not going to. First of all, I don't really get a legal recourse. Second of all, to try to get like some type of compensation, that's basically impossible. And I'm thinking like, why would somebody just like run away like that? Like maybe their instinct obviously is I'm afraid, and the second thing is they're thinking, okay, well maybe this person is going to try to get some money out of me, right? And I could see that it was really weird, right? Because I'm just trying to, I was like looking at them, and then they're looking back, and then they sped off faster and faster. And I was like, hey, come back here, right? And all they're probably thinking is like, I'm scared, I'm gonna get away, right? And I don't know. I don't know what I'm exactly thinking about it. And I'm not saying that it really bothers me, but maybe I think psychologically or like just mentally, it still bothers me, but I'm not afraid or angry or anything. I'm just like almost like logically, just why is it that somebody would do that or to somebody? They don't really care. So, and I think I think in Asia, a lot of people, they keep thinking about like how other people think about other people, probably not to the extent of like, okay, I want to help you or whatever, but there is some selfishness here too still. There's, people are just still thinking about themselves. They're, I guess scared of whatever, and just they don't want to take social responsibility. So I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say about Taiwan, but there's kind of like two things here. That one is, I feel that people will, if they don't have to do something, then they won't do it. If you don't say no to somebody in Taiwan, then they won't stop whatever they're doing. And if they can try to get away from something, then they will, right? But I think it kind of depends on how serious it is. Obviously, yesterday wasn't really serious, but people need to get punished for the bad things that they do. But the thing is that in Taiwan, you could just hide out here and nobody's going to bother you, and people eventually they'll forget about something if it's like not serious enough, right? So anyways, guys, it's just my rant about today about, like, I don't know, I'm just feeling weird because it's rainy, and you just got to be careful out there. Like, people, I was asking AI about how is it that in Taiwan about like the traffic and stuff, like this is why people they get away with like all these things, because they could just like speed away and it's nothing. So just be careful out there, guys. Like, people, they don't drive really well out here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.